Oh, lovely, guys. So just closing down your eyes and taking a moment. Hiya, David. Hiya, Chris. Hiya, Lauren. Finding your comfortable position. Being in a place where you can just do a little bit of Kapalabhati breathing for a couple of moments. So wherever you can feel comfortable, getting that nice length in your spine. Having a moment to check in, closing down your eyes, noticing how you feel today. How do you feel physically? How do you feel mentally? How do you feel energetically? And without any judgment, just accepting that however you feel is just how it is today. And asking yourself how you could best align with your day ahead. Maybe just taking everything in your stride, focusing on being fully present in each moment. And then preparing for Kapalabhati breathing. So you can rest your hands on your belly if it feels more comfortable for you, or if you feel you can direct the breath better. Otherwise, just remaining with your eyes closed or focusing on the end of your nose. And we're going to go for about a minute. If you need to stop before, it's totally okay. Preparing. Pausing, or if you feel okay to keep going, it's totally okay to carry on. Taking a breath if you're pausing. Breathing out. And then preparing for one more minute. Taking a breath to prepare. Breathing out. Focusing all that attention on your abdomen, your low belly. Having a breath. Breathing out through your mouth. Noticing how that feels in your body. Noticing any sensations physically, energetically that are happening within your physical body, your energetic body. Bringing your prayer hands together, thumbs at your heart center, and having one Om to join us all together, breathing to prepare. Om. taking a moment just to find an intention, either an intention that you have for yourself, or maybe just allowing yourself to stay fully focused, staying in this present moment throughout your whole practice. Maybe today's a day when you can focus on not looking at the screen and just following that voice and really focusing on the place that you are in your own body. And whenever you feel ready to open your eyes, moving on to all fours, pressing into your hands and knees, and then moving into downward dog. Just having 5 breaths in this downward dog, feeling out that position. So maybe walking your heels up and down, checking in with where your head is in space, your shoulders. Awesome. Finding that ujjayi breath, that sensation of your breath. And then looking towards your hands. You can walk, tiptoe, however you'd like to move towards your hands today. Staying in a forward fold for a moment. Just allowing everything to be nice and heavy, your head, your arms. Breathing out. Inhaling, reaching your arms up, coming all the way up to stand. Exhaling to Samastiti, arms down by your side. Finding your ujjayi breath, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. So just staying in Samastiti for a moment. One more breath in. Breathing out. And then beginning arms up, reaching up, press your palms, looking up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhaling, lift your heart halfway up. Exhaling, press your hands in, step or hop your way back, plank, lower down. Inhaling, upward dog, lifting through your heart. Keep connecting to that belly. Exhaling, downward dog. And stay in here for 5. 1, spreading through your fingers. Relaxing your head, your neck. 2, checking in with any tension that might be left over from your night's sleep. 3. 4. Last breath. Great, guys. Staying steady with your breath. 5. And looking forwards. Tiptoe, step or hop. Feet between your hands. Lifting your heart. Exhaling to fold. Inhaling, reach your arms up. Press your palms, looking up. Exhaling, Samastiti. Arms down by your side. So inhaling, arms up, reaching up, press your palms. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhaling, lift your heart halfway up. Exhaling, press your hands in, hop or step it back, lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling, use your belly, downward dog. Nice, guys, finding that breath. Every time you take your vinyasa, maybe feeling that lift a little bit more so you can feel a bit more of a back bend. Every time you have that forward fold, seeing if you can fold a little bit deeper. 2. As you breathe out, feeling your belly draw in towards your spine. 3, spreading through your fingers, actively pushing the floor away. 4. Last breath. As you breathe out, squeezing everything out of your body. So maybe come high up onto your toes, bend your knees, looking forward, step or hop, lifting through your heart, looking up. Exhaling to fold. Inhaling, arms reaching up, pressing your palms. Exhaling, Samastiti. Inhaling, reaching up, press your palms, look up. Exhaling, folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. Exhaling, hands are flat, press into the floor, hop or step back. Inhaling, lift your heart, looking up. Exhaling, use your belly, downward dog. Finding that lovely steadiness of your ujjayi breath. Feeling fully present here. 1. Relaxing your head, your neck, just checking out that tension in your shoulders. Seeing if you can spiral your shoulders out and away. Feeling them move underneath your armpits. 3. Having a little double check in with that head. 4. Nice, guys. Last breath. And looking forwards, tiptoe, step or hop, feet between your hands, lifting your heart, looking up. Exhaling to fold. Inhaling, arms reaching up, press your palms, looking up. Exhaling, Samasthiti, arms down by your side. Inhaling, reaching up, press your palms, look up. Exhaling, folding forwards. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Lengthen through your spine, flat hands, press into the floor, hop or step it back, lower down. Inhaling, lift your heart, looking up. Exhaling, downward dog. Keep finding that breath. 1, 2, feeling that sound of the ocean. 3, double checking in with your belly, relaxing your head. 4, spread through your fingers. 5, and looking forwards, tiptoe, step or hop, feet between your hands, heart lifting. Exhaling to fold. Inhaling, reaching up, press your palms, looking up. Exhaling, Samasthiti, arms down by your side. One more, Surya A. Inhaling, arms up, reaching up, pressing your palms. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling, hop or step it back, lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting. Exhaling, downward dog. Finding that breath. Okay, actively move your shoulder blades away. Feel that spiraling effect with that sensation of spreading your fingers and feeling your shoulder blades move outwards. 2. Nice, guys. Letting your head hang. 3. Seeing if your heels will go a little bit closer towards the floor. 4. Last breath. And looking forwards, tiptoe, step or hop, feet between your hands, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling to fold. Inhaling, reaching up, press your palms, look up. Exhaling, Samasthiti. Surya B, bend your knees. Inhaling, arms reaching up, press your palms. Exhaling, folding forwards. Inhaling, lift your heart, looking up. Exhaling, press the floor away, flat hands, hop or step it back, lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling, use your belly to pick you up and back, downward dog. Right foot, Virabhadrasana A, right foot between your hands, arms up, press your palms, look up. Exhaling, hands down, keep your core engaged, tight into the midline, lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting. Exhaling, use your belly, downward dog. Left foot warrior, inhaling, arms reaching up, press your palms, looking up. Exhaling, hands down, step it back, core staying engaged, lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, nice, guys. Exhaling, downward dog, use your belly. Okay, finding that breath, using your ujjayi breath. 1, checking out with your feet. Just have your feet a little bit apart so they're not too far, almost as if you can feel that train track line from your hips. 3, inviting your heels to go a little bit further down, your hips to maybe lift a little bit higher. 4, feeling as if you're having a little adjustment. Just imagine that adjustment of having your hips pulled up and back and looking forwards. Tiptoe, step or hop, feet between your hands, heart lifting, lengthen your spine. Exhale, folding. Bend your knees, come into chair. Inhaling, arms reaching up. Exhaling, Samasthiti, arms down by your side. Inhaling, bend your knees, arms up, pressing your palms. Exhaling, folding forwards. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up, lengthen through your spine. Flat palms, press the floor away, take it back, chaturanga. Inhaling, lift your heart, looking up. Exhaling, use your belly, downward dog, picking up and back. Right foot warrior, inhaling, arms reach up, press your palms. Exhaling, hands to the floor, keeping your core engaged, step it back, lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling, over your toes, downward dog. Left foot warrior, inhaling, arms reach up, press your palms, look up. Exhaling, hands down, step it back, keeping your core engaged, tight into the middle, lower down. Inhaling, lift your heart, looking up. Exhaling, downward dog. Finding that breath. Relaxing your head. 1. Having that little spiral out of your shoulders. 2, just actively connecting to them so you can feel them move out. 3, sending your hips a little bit higher up. 4, keeping your core engaged so you're feeling a little bit of Mula Bandha connection. 5, and looking forwards. Tiptoe, step or hop, feet between your hands, lift your heart, look up. Exhaling to fold. Bend your knees, come into chair. Inhaling, arms up, press your palms. Exhaling, Samasthiti. Last Surya Bee, bend your knees. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, folding forwards. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling, press the floor away, step or hop it back, chaturanga. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Awesome, guys. Exhaling, downward dog. Right foot warrior. Inhaling, arms reach up, press your palms. Exhaling, hands down, keeping your core engaged, step it back, lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling, downward dog. Left foot warrior. Inhaling, arms reach up, pressing your palms. Exhaling, hands down, step it back, lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling, over your toes, downward dog. Breathing steady. Staying here. 1, relaxing your head down. As you breathe out, fully connecting to that core. 3, feeling your breath draw everything in. 4, last breath. And looking forwards, tiptoe, step or hop, feet between your hands, lifting your heart, looking up. Exhaling to fold. Bend your knees, come into chair. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, Samasthiti, arms down by your side. Inhaling, step or hop, feet hip distance apart and lift your heart. Padangusthasana. Exhaling, folding forwards, taking your peace fingers around your big toes. Inhaling to lift your heart up. Exhaling, folding elbows out, taking them out. Head down, relaxing your head, allowing your head to feel like a heavy piece of fruit. Great, guys. Just finding if there's any tension there. Check out where your shoulders, how your shoulders feel against your ears. So moving them away. Great, guys. Feeling that effort of your toes pulling down at the same time. Your fingers are trying to pull up. Lovely, Hannah. Just trying to find a little bit more relaxation in your head and your neck. So if you feel that that tension is creeping up in your shoulders, and as you breathe out, feel your belly draw in. Lovely, Chris. One more breath here, guys. Just having a double check of that head side, making sure your head's nice and relaxed. And then inhaling, lift your heart, looking up. Padahastasana, hold hands under your feet and refolding down. Feeling that weight, so trying to maybe move your weight a little bit further into your toes. That's it. Lovely, Madeline. Relaxing your head, checking out that head. And reconnecting to that core. So as you breathe out, 3, feeling your belly really draw in as you empty. Great, guys. Last breath. Inhaling, lift your heart, look up. Exhaling, hands to your waist. Inhaling, rising up. Exhaling, Samastiti, arms by your side, feet together. Inhaling, step out to the right, Utthita Trikonasana. Right foot towards that short edge of your mat. Bringing your left foot a little bit with you, so it's almost pointing towards the corner. Arms out and reaching over that right leg and down. Awesome, guys. If it feels like the right day for you, turning your gaze to look up at your left hand. As you breathe out, feel as if you're lining yourself up. So that right butt cheek, you can feel it draw under your body. Lovely, Lauren. Awesome. Nice, guys. Wicked. Imagine that you have that wall there so you can feel this lovely line of your body. 4, brilliant. Last breath here. Keep being mindful of your movement. As you breathe in, come up and bring your feet with you. And then as you breathe out, turning your feet to the left side, reaching your torso to the left and down. Maybe your gaze goes up towards that right hand. And find this lovely length in your spine. Great. Feeling that imaginary wall there. 2. Lovely, David. Awesome. Gazing up towards that right hand. Lovely, Sarah. Really super, super awesome, guys. Last breath here. Great. Everyone's in such a great position with your bodies. As you breathe in, come up. Getting ready to revolve that Trikonasana. So feet changing direction. And bringing your arms, so left arm's coming up, over and across, down towards that right foot. Waiting until you get settled. Maybe your right arm is up, but maybe it's on your back. Lovely, guys. If you feel okay, take your gaze up to that right arm. Pull your right hip back. Finding your Ujjayi breath, use your breath. Just squaring off your hips. That's it. So, Hannah, are you revolved? Is that twisted? Or so you're in the right direction, but just swap hands for me. So you're, that's it. Awesome. One more breath. Hand looking down, then inhaling, coming up, untwist, come all the way to turn towards the front of your mat and bringing your right arm up and over, square off your hips, right arm down towards your left foot. Pulling your left hip back, left arm reaches up. Finding that Ujjayi breath, taking your gaze up towards that left hand. Great, guys. Open your heart, so just spin a little bit more. Awesome, Louise. That's it. Lovely, guys. Sarah, if you can, look a little bit more toward. That's it. Great. Super, guys. Brilliant. Nice, Chris. Staying with your breath. Last breath here. And looking down towards the floor, inhaling, coming up, come out, open out. Exhaling to Samastiti, stepping back towards the top of your mat. Inhaling, big step out to the right, Utthita, Parsvakonasana, extended angle pose, arms out as if you're doing Warrior 2, right hand to the outside edge of your right foot, left arm reaching over. Following that line, so if you need to, you can rest your elbow, your forearm onto that thigh, but otherwise taking that right hand to the outside edge of that foot. See how your feet feel. Maybe you want to move your feet further apart. See how that feels for you, Chris, if you take that left foot back a little bit so you're making more space. Nice. Okay, finding that core, draw your right butt cheek under, creating that long line through that left arm. So it's like the left arm is attached to your left leg. Okay, as you breathe in, come up. Parallel your feet, getting ready for the other side. Exhaling, going down So left hand down to the outside edge, or forearm rested on your thigh, right arm following the same line as your right leg. Okay, so if you want to spin your fingers a little bit, so your thumb is up towards the ceiling and you can feel your shoulder open out. Nice, Louise. And that line of your body is the same with your arm, your leg. That's it, relax your face. Breathe in, feeling that left butt cheek trying to tuck under your body. Great, guys, lovely. Last breath. Inhaling, come up. Parallel your feet, getting ready to revolve, and however that means for you. So maybe you're windmilling your arms, bringing that left arm over and hooking. Maybe you go prayer hands to establish that twist. So if your prayer hands squarely facing the back, prayer hands come across, bending that right knee. Awesome. And then if you're using your prayer hands, you can almost feel like you're opening out your body. If you feel ready to go aeroplane arms, take your left arm down, right arm over your head, right arm following the same line as that back left leg. And then if everything still feels good, try and bring that back heel down. Great, awesome, guys. Breathe. Feel this lovely opening of your whole body. I know it feels a little bit tight, but continue to keep that breath nice and deep. And then looking down, releasing as you breathe in, come out, open out, arms out. And then changing to face the top of your mat, preparing to revolve in however you do that, either prayer hands, or you can miss out the prayer hands and just hook your elbow across. Great. As you hook, use your breath to empty your body. So as you're exhaling, squeeze all the air out to help you twist deeper. Nice, Louise Horn. Just see if you can get that back heel down. So you're spinning your back heel down in almost like a warrior foot. Great, guys. Awesome. If it feels like the right day for you, extending those arms out. Lovely, Hannah. And feel that Ujjayi breath is helping you get deeper. Awesome, Madeline. Keeping your breath. One more breath. And then releasing, looking down, come up, come out, open out your arms. Exhaling, Samasthiti, stepping towards the top of your mat. Inhaling, big step out to the right. Prasarita Padottanasana A, arms out. Exhaling, hands to your waist. Inhaling, lift your heart, looking up. Exhaling, folding forwards. Releasing your hands down, walking them underneath your body. Tripod head standing if it's for you today, but you don't have to. So if you're not tripod head standing, you're just keeping that walk of your hands to go under your body so that you can feel your torso getting nice and in line. If you are tripod head standing, just taking your time, using that breath, inviting your upper body a little bit deeper under your lower. If you're in headstand position, slowly starting to float your feet down. And then gently inhaling, lift your head, looking up. Exhaling, hands to your waist. Inhaling, coming all the way up to stand. Pause here, breathing out. Inhaling, arms extend outwards. Exhaling, hands to your waist. Inhaling, lift your heart, looking up. Exhaling for B, folding forwards. Keep your hands on your waist, so this is a little bit further underneath your torso. Use your breath as you breathe out. 1, feel your upper body getting lower underneath your lower body. 2, squeezing all the air out. 3, nice, guys. You're really using your breath. So your Ujjayi breath, that effort in your abdomen, your lower belly, is bringing you underneath your body. Last breath. Inhaling, slowly rising all the way up. Pause here to breathe out. Inhaling, extend your arms out to the side. Exhaling, interlock your fingers behind your back for C. Inhale, lift your heart, stretch your arms out, look up. Exhaling, folding forwards. Using your core, guys, keeping it engaged. maybe consider bringing your feet in a little bit closer together. So instead of aiming your head to the floor, you're just creating this space that is under your body that you can bring your torso underneath. So use your core. Allow those shoulder heads to relax. Imagine that I'm coming round and just holding your hands and gently inviting them down a little bit more towards the floor. Unless you've got a bad shoulder, in which case just leave your hands wherever it feels comfortable. Last breath. Inhaling, rising up, taking it slow. Exhaling, hands just onto your waist this time. Inhaling, heart lifting. Exhaling, folding forwards. Peace fingers, reaching for your big toes. Inhaling, lift your heart, lengthen through your spine. Exhaling to make that box shape, bending your elbows. Wrists are in a lifted up position. Great, gorgeous, Chris, lovely. Head down, using that breath. So as you breathe out, you can feel your body go under. Check out where both shoulder heads are. So inviting them away from your ears. 3, nice guys. 4, this is your last opportunity to get as deeply under as you can. Last breath. Inhaling, lifting your heart, looking up. Exhale, hands to your waist. Inhale, rising up. Exhaling, Samastiti. Preparing for Parsvottanasana. Prayer hands behind your back or arms by your side, holding your opposite elbow. As you breathe in, take a big step out to face the back, square off your hips. Checking in with your feet, you can adjust them. Preparing, breathing in, lifting through your heart, folding forwards. And then where your hands are on your back, either pressing your prayer hands, having a sense of where your hips are. Where you're saying, that's it, Georgie, great. So maybe you can feel that your left hip is a little tiny bit higher. So great, David, great, Louise, Georgie, you're in exactly the right place. Super, guys. Lauren, just drop your left hip down a little bit if you can, or that's it, lovely. Awesome, Tracy. And then with your inhale, next time you breathe in, come up and twist. Face the front. When you breathe out, folding forwards. Okay, find where your level sacrum area is. Encourage more length in your spine. Looking just beyond those big toes. 2, 3, 4, finding a little bit more length through your spine. Relax your head. And looking forwards, inhaling, just look towards the top end of your mat. Lift your heart up. Exhaling, Samastiti, just stepping forwards, arms down by your side. Awesome, guys. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, hand to big toe pose, picking up your right big toe, peace fingers for your right big toe, hooking that foot. And as you breathe out, inviting your torso forwards over that leg. Right elbow out. Great, focus on one spot, looking forwards, breathing. 2, awesome, guys. If you have your left hand onto your left waist, you can just squeeze a little bit. You can feel that abdomen starting to work. If today it's a bent knee day, that's totally okay. Just maybe have a go at the toe, and then if it doesn't feel right for you today, you can bend the knee. Inhale, lift your heart, looking up. Exhaling, guide that leg out. At the same time, change your gaze, looking towards the left side. Great, nice, Louise, awesome. Getting your spine nice and long. Super, guys, wicked. Breathing, focus on your breath. 3, 2, last breath. Inhaling, guiding it back to the center. Exhaling, chin to shin. Inhaling, releasing, hands to your waist, lift your heart. 1, point your toes. 2, 3, 4, 5. Great, releasing that leg. Samastiti for a moment. Shake your standing leg if you need to. And then breath in. Pick up your left big toe, left peace fingers, extending through that leg. When you feel ready, if you feel ready, folding over that straight leg, knowing if it's a bent knee day today, that's totally cool. Having no judgment in your practice today, just working your way through it. Keeping your right hand on your right waist. Awesome, guys. Lovely. 3, 4. Wherever you are is the right place for you. Just trying as much as you can. And then inhale, lift your heart, looking up. Exhaling, guide it out. Take that leg out to the left. Turn your gaze, look right. Lovely, guys. 1. Heart staying lifted. Awesome, Georgie. 2. Lovely, Tracy. 4. Get in as long as you can in your torso. Last breath. Awesome, guys. And then inhale, guide it back. Exhaling, lift that leg a little bit higher. And releasing, hands to your waist. Lift your heart. Let go of that foot without judgment on the height of that leg. 1, 2, 3. Just making your best effort. 4, 5. Releasing. Nice. Awesome, guys. Samastiti. Preparing. Half bound lotus. Ardha Baddha Padmasana. Taking your right foot, right knee. Maybe your, whatever feels right for you today. If you want to stay standing and you want to just play with that movement, that's totally okay. If you can reach behind, taking your right hand behind for that right foot, go for it. Left hand down. Or maybe you take both hands down today and you keep that foot up, having both hands folding down, inviting your head down towards your shin or your knee. Both hands or one hand reaching for the floor. That's it. Breathe. Stay steady with your breath. Nice, guys. See if you can release both hands, Georgie. Folding it a little bit deeper. Last breath. Inhaling, being patient with yourself. Look up, pause, breathe out, connecting to your core. And then inhaling, rising all the way up. Exhaling, releasing. Preparing for the other side. Picking up your left foot, left knee. And either cradling or just mirroring the other side, whichever you did on the other side. So if you were able to reach around, grab that foot, mirroring that same position. If you went for both hands down, going for both hands down, but if you stayed upright, staying upright and just moving that knee and that foot to try and get a little bit more movement. Use your breath. Nice, guys, you can do it, you can do it. Using that Ujjayi breath. And if you need to take both hands down, it's totally okay to take both hands. 4, inviting your head as close as you can to your shin if you're folded. Inhaling, lift your heart, pausing, breathing out. And then inhaling, coming all the way up. Exhaling, releasing, Samastiti. Awesome, guys. Inhaling, reach your arms up, press your palms, look up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, lift your heart halfway up. Exhaling, flat palms, hop or step it back, keeping your core engaged. Chaturanga, lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling, downward dog, over your toes. Preparing to come into chair pose, Utkatasana, step or hop, feet between your hands. Bend your knees, lock your knees together. Inhaling, arms up, press your palms. Look at your hands if your palms are together. If they're apart, you can look forwards. Okay, feel that connection to your core. So you can feel that slight tuck under of your tailbone. Press down with your legs so you can feel as if you're really experiencing that root to rise. Effort in your thighs, effort in your legs, lightness in your upper body. Still with your Ujjayi breath. Great, guys, lovely. Last breath. As you breathe out, folding forwards, releasing. Inhaling, lift your heart, lengthen through your spine, look up. Exhaling, flat palms, push the floor away as you take it to Chaturanga. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling, downward dog, over your toes. Virabhadrasana A, warrior one, right foot in between your hands. Press your palms. looking up. So just having a check in with this pose for 5. So seeing if how parallel that right thigh is towards the floor. Maybe shuffling your left foot back if you need more space. Drawing your sit bones underneath your body and feeling that lift in your heart. So you're experiencing this same root to rise. Press down into the floor with your feet. Feel that light weightlessness of your upper body. Squaring off your hips. Great, guys. Awesome. Reach, stay steady, stay steady. Okay, keeping your arms where they are. But as you breathe in, straighten your right leg. Parallel your feet. And then turn to face the back of your mat. Bending your left knee. Re-square off your hips as you breathe out. And then re-finding that position. 1, nice, guys. Great. Working out where your hips are in space. How far that thigh is parallel to the floor. 2, 3. Making all of that effort through your legs. 4, great, guys. On your next breath out, open out to warrior 2, arms opening out, feeling your hips open, that right foot spinning out a little bit, making space for your hips. Checking the height of your arms and then gazing over the middle finger of your left hand. Feeling as if your arms are being pulled in opposite directions, as if you're reaching a wall either side of you. Tailbone tucking under, feeling that connection to your core. Last breath, arms stay the same, but as you breathe in, straighten out the left leg, parallel your feet, and then as you breathe out, coming to the right side, bend your right knee. Breathing. Awesome, guys. Feel a zip up of your front body as if you're wearing that something that's a little bit too tight and you have to draw up that center line of your body. Relax your shoulders. 4, great, guys, lovely. Last breath. As you breathe out, windmill both hands to the floor to frame your right foot. Step it back into plank, keeping your core engaged, lower down. Inhaling, upward dog, looking up. Exhaling, using your belly, downward dog. Preparing to come into that seated Dandasana position, looking forwards. Either using pigeon or hopping through or cross shins. Straight legs, Dandasana, arms by your sides. Pressing the floor away, but bending your elbows if you need to. So if you have long arms, you can bend your elbows. Chin tucked in, lengthening through the back of your neck. Finding your Ujjayi breath. 2, great, guys. 3, feel that draw in. So as you're sat here, connect to that Mula Bandha, so you can feel as if you're almost drawing energy up from the earth by drawing in that pelvic floor perineum. Preparing for Paschimottanasana A, inhaling, reaching your arms up. Exhaling, peace fingers reaching for your big toes. And just get that nice length through your spine. Inhaling, maybe lengthen a little bit more. Exhaling, bend your elbows, drawing your heart down. You can always bend your knees. Remember, this is your practice, your journey. So without any judgment of where you are, if you do have that forward fold, bend your elbows and take them out. So you'll actively have your elbows lifted out. Nice, sigh, lovely. And as you breathe out, feel a hollowing of your belly. Last breath. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling for B, you can interlock your fingers or reach for your wrist on the other side of your feet, folding a little bit deeper. As you breathe out, really squeeze out the air out of your belly. 2, 3. Finding length in your spine. 4. Awesome, guys, nice squeeze. And then inhale, unless you're staying here, look up. Releasing to cross your shins, plant your palms, push the floor actively away, lift up and take it back, lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up, nice, guys. Exhaling over your toes, use your belly to lift up and back. looking forwards, coming through to a seated position. Gorgeous, Georgie. Hands reaching behind your back, Parsvottanasana, upward facing plank. Fingertips point towards your bum and lift your hips, looking up. If you feel okay to relax your head back, relaxing it back, knowing you don't have to, you can keep your gaze forwards, aiming for your feet to be flat on the floor. Awesome, beautiful, guys. Nice, Chris. Hips are up and forwards. Great, guys. Just lifting your hips up a little bit higher if you can, David. Great, super, guys. One more breath, just lifting as high as you can with this last breath. And lower down. Great, releasing, cross your shins, plant your palms, hop or step it back, push the floor away, keeping that core engaged, chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart, looking up. Exhaling, downward dog, using your stomach muscles to lift you up and back. Looking forwards, coming through to that half bound lotus, same as the standing version. So with your right knee, cradling that right knee and ankle. If you can, right hand behind your back, reaching for that right foot, and left arm reaching forwards. But without any judgment, if it doesn't work out that way today, feeling free to take both hands for that left foot. Or if it's a day when you want to keep rocking that knee and that foot to make more space, you can do that. If you need a block underneath your right knee or a cushion or anything like that, that's also okay. Breathe, finding your breath without any judgment, but just surrendering forwards. Great, guys. Last breath. You do have always the option to stay here, but if you're taking the vinyasa, lift your heart, look up and release. Cross your shins, plant your palms, press the floor away, push up and hop it back, lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, a bit more of a back bend every time. Exhaling, downward dog. Squeeze everything out so you're fully empty, and then look forward, hop or step it through to a seated position. Moving straight to the other side, bend your left knee, reaching for that left foot, so you're either reaching up and around and right arm going forwards, or you have both hands coming forwards, or you're going for that cradling option. Great, you can do it, guys. Use your breath. So as you're using that breath, squeezing everything out. Lovely, Madeline. Just seeing if you can straighten that, stand that straight leg so you've got an active right leg. That's it, that's it. Focusing on your breath, feeling that emptiness of your body. Last breath. And then as you breathe in, remembering you can stay here, look up. Exhaling, releasing, cross your shins, plant your palms, press the floor away, actively push it so it takes you back and down. Inhaling, heart lifting, bit more of a back bend every time. Exhaling, downward dog. Preparing to come through to a seated position. Trianga Ika Mukha Pada. So you're coming through to a seated position, right knee bent, right toes pointing behind you, left leg straight and active. You can use a block underneath that left hip or left hand out to the side to balance. Reaching to prepare, reaching up and forwards. So you either have both hands over that straight leg, or maybe it's just your right hand while your left hand is keeping you steady. Knees are locked together if you can. And today, having that sentiment of having no judgment as you move through these poses. Just wherever you are today is the right place to be, knowing that you're making your best efforts. 4. Lovely, guys. Last breath. You can always stay here if you need to, otherwise lift your heart, look up, release, cross your shins, plant your palms, push it up and back. Core staying engaged as you lower, inhaling, heart lifting, looking up, bit more of a back bend every time. Exhaling, downward dog. Fully empty of your body as you come forwards to sit. Moving to the other side, bending your left knee, left toes pointing behind you. Right leg straight and active, reaching up and forwards. You can always use the right hand to keep you steady there, or take a block or something underneath your right hip. Remember, no judgment, guys, just enjoying where you are. Breathing, maybe squeezing a little bit more air out of your body, seeing if you can melt yourself forwards a little bit more. 4. Last breath. Inhaling, looking up or staying where you are. Releasing, cross your shins. Press the floor away, push it away, hop it back, lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling over your toes, downward dog. Coming through, Janu Shirasana A, so head to knee pose A. Bending your right knee, right foot, flush against your left thigh. Reaching your arms up and forwards to prepare. Encouraging that openness of your hip. Great, guys. Melting your heart forwards. So with this pose, just while you're preparing, seeing if you can extend every time you breathe, see if you can get a little bit more length in your back. Imagine that you are dropping that right knee out a little bit further so you can feel this lovely openness in your hips, extension through your spine, melting your heart down towards that thigh. Great, guys, super. Lovely, awesome, Louise. That's both Louises. Heart down. Okay, choosing to stay here or inhale, lift your heart, look up. Release, cross your shins, plant your palms, push the floor away, hop or step it back. Keeping your core engaged, lower. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling over your toes. Looking forwards, coming through to a seated position and taking the other side, left side. Bend your left knee. Reaching to prepare. Finding your way in. And resolving just to melt that heart forwards. Drop that left knee out. Okay, so that left leg's nice and active. As you breathe, just feel your heart melting forwards. So imagine, if you can, that I've got my hand just on your lower back, just helping you lengthen through so you can feel length in your spine, activation in your straight leg. 4. Last breath. Choosing to stay where you are or take the vinyasa. Inhale, look up. Exhaling, release, press the floor away, push it back, keep your core engaged, lower down. Inhale, heart lift, draw your shoulder blades in, a little bit more of a back bend. Exhaling, downward dog. Looking forwards, coming through to set up for B, coming through to a seated position. So B, Janu Shirasana, the one where you're sat on your heel, so the heel of your foot is in between your genitals and your anus. Preparing however you wish, maybe reaching your arms up, maybe it's not a reach arms up today, maybe you just reach forwards and folding. Great. With that knee, you're having it out so it's a little bit more like 80 degrees, so it's not fully at that 90-degree angle, but it's also not too close in towards your body. Breathe, try and melt your heart forwards. Even if it feels a little bit uncomfortable there, seeing if you can just stay with it. And this position of B, where your heel is helping you regulate your blood sugar, helping to send a relaxation signal through your body. Inhaling, lifting your heart, looking up, and releasing. Cross your shins, plant your palms. Hop or step it back, keeping your core engaged, lower down. Nice, inhaling, lift your heart. Exhaling, downward dog. Looking forwards, coming through to a seated position, preparing for the other side. Janu Shirasana B. Sitting on your heel, reaching forwards to prepare. And melting your heart forwards. Whether you have children or dogs or pets joining you for this one. As you breathe out, just melting your heart down. Awesome, guys. 4. Last breath. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Releasing, unless you're staying there, cross your shins, plant your palms, hop or step it back, keeping your core engaged, lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling, downward dog. Looking forwards, preparing for C, coming through to a seated position. Going for the twisted ankle, so version of C, so holding on to that foot, rotating, fanning out your toes, pressing them against your thigh. And anywhere on that journey is okay. So if you're not fully rotated, that's okay. Folding forwards. If today you wanted to stay holding that ankle and just playing with rotating your toes, that's also okay. So it may be that you're just actively pushing that heel up and toes down. 4. Focusing on that breath. Nice, guys, lovely. Last breath. Choosing to stay where you are if that's what you've gone for. Otherwise, lift your heart, look up. Releasing, cross your shins, plant your palms. Push the floor away as you take it back. Core engage, lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, a bit more of a back bend every time. Exhaling, downward dog, draw your belly in. Looking forwards, preparing to come through to a seated position. Setting up for C on the left side. Bend your left knee, holding onto that ankle, rotating, so toes angle down, heel pressing in. So that heel is actively pressing against your thigh. Fan out your toes. Lovely, Hannah, awesome, Sai. And then reaching over that straight leg. Breathing, so you're keeping that foot nice and active. So your heel is pressed against your thigh. Finding that ujjayi breath. Okay, knowing that this is your journey without any judgment. If you need to go back to maybe Janushirasana A or anything like that, or release that foot early, it's totally okay. Last breath. Inhale, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling, release. Cross your shins, plant your palms. Hop or step it back, keeping your core engaged, lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling, downward dog. Looking forwards, coming through to a seated position. Preparing for Marichasana A. I'm going to give you the straight leg or lotus option. So the first one's just folding forwards. You can either have a straight left leg, or if you wanted to take B and go for lotus, you're reaching in that lotus position, right arm coming forwards, wrapping around that shin and folding down. If you've decided not to go for the lotus, you've got that straight leg out and you're aiming your heart down towards your knee. 4, nice, guys, lovely. Last breath, squeezing everything out. Again, you can stay here. Inhaling, lift your heart, looking up. Exhaling, release, cross your shins, press the floor away, push up and back, core stays engaged, lower down. Inhaling, lift your heart, looking up. Exhaling, downward dog, use your belly. Looking forwards, coming through to a seated position. Setting up for the other side. So bending that left knee, your choice. You either have a straight right leg or you're going into lotus, left arm forwards. So you've got enough. Oh, lovely, guys, awesome. Head down. 3. Super, brilliant. That foot that's anchoring into the floor, your left foot, just moving it a little bit over to the left. So Louise Horn, just move that foot a little bit away from your thigh so you've got space. That's it, great. So you're aiming your heart down. Last breath, choosing to stay here or inhale, lift your heart, looking up and releasing, cross your shins, plant your palms, hop or step it back, core staying engaged, lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling, downward dog. Looking forwards, coming through to a seated position. Preparing for C or D. So coming back to the right side, bending your right knee. So we're going for the twist, taking your left arm up, coming around. You can bind or not, and if you wanted to, you can add that lotus position with your left knee or not. Totally up to you. If you're binding, reaching that left arm forwards and around, looking over that shoulder behind you. Nice, guys, brilliant. Being aware of where your spine is. If you can, breathe and lengthen your spine. Imagine that I've got the heel of my hand on the base of your spine and just running it all the way up. Choosing to stay where you are, or inhale, release it. Cross your shins, plant your palms, push the floor away, hop and step it back, lower down. Nice, guys. Awesome. Inhaling, lift your heart, shoulder blades draw in. Exhaling, downward dog. Looking forwards, coming through to a seated position, preparing for the other side. So bending that left knee, you can take lotus or not, to reaching your right arm up, coming across, so going for the twist. That's it. Great, guys. Maybe you're binding, maybe you're not binding, totally up to you. Awesome. Oh, lovely, guys. 4. Keeping that spine nice and long. That's it, Madeline. Last breath here. And releasing. Looking forwards. Cross your shins, plant your palms. Hop or step it back, keeping your core engaged, lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting. Exhaling, downward dog. Preparing to come into boat pose, Navasana. Looking forwards, coming through to sit. Okay, so there's 5, but 5 maybe with a slightly quicker count. So preparing whatever that is for you, straight legs, bent knees, heart lifting. We go 1, maybe your hands stay on the floor behind you. It's cool if they do. 2, 3, 4, 5. Releasing, cross your shins, try and lift your bum off of the floor. And coming back down, legs back up, second one. 1, heart lifting, seeing if you can look at your toes. 2, 3, lovely Chris. 4, 5, and releasing, cross your shins, plant your palms, lifting. Nice. Number 3, heart lifting, legs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Releasing, seeing if you can keep your feet off the floor for this one, lifting. Great. Next one, 4. Reaching your heart up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely, guys. Awesome, Tracy. And then last lift. Great. Last one. Last 5. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Releasing. Cross your shins. Plant your palms. Hop or step it back. Taking it back. Keep your core engaged. Lower down. Inhaling. Lift your heart. Looking up. Exhaling, downward dog. Pausing for a moment in downward dog, deciding where you're going to go to. Bhuja Pindasana, so wrapping your legs around, crow pose or squat. Okay, so coming forwards. If you're coming into Bhuja Pindasana, keeping your feet nice and wide, drop your head down, walk your hands underneath so they're just behind your feet, and then squeezing your legs in nice and tight to your shoulders so that you can bring your feet around and cross your ankles. Lovely, awesome, guys. So if you've got your ankles crossed, just lifting your bum high so your bum comes up. That's it. So Louise, Madeline, seeing if you can lift your bum up and invite your head down. 2. Last breath. Great, lovely, Chris, awesome. And then we're going to try and gently release, lifting your head back up, undoing your feet, seeing if you can bring them around to hop them back out into a plank position. Core staying engaged, lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling, downward dog. Pausing your downward dog just for a second. Okay, so if you were in Bhuja Pindasana, I'm going to try and hop into that same position to lower into Karmasana. So hopping with your feet wide and then taking your feet so they press in, arms press into your legs, and you can lift up and drop down into it. Your other option is just to hop forwards into a normal seated position, how you would normally come forwards, and then place your feet so they're wide edges of your mat, reaching your arms forwards, taking your arms underneath, and then without any judgment today, seeing where you get to. So it's totally cool if you're not all the way down onto the floor. Just take this as part of your journey. Okay, so you could be bum sat on the floor, both feet are flat, and your arms are underneath. That's totally alright. Bend your knees as much as you need to, guys. So don't worry so much about the straight legs. You can bend your knees as much as you feel you need to. Okay, we're either staying in that position or we're starting to bend your elbows and reach behind your back. So just taking your time. Maybe you bend your knees more to reach behind. Tracy Murray, awesome. It looks like you're really close. If you do have like your t-shirt or a strap or anything like that, if you can, imagine that you can move your shoulder blades, and as if somebody's got hold of your shoulder blades at the top of them, right by your neck, and they're sliding them down your back. So while you're moving your shoulder blades, you're just creating a little bit more space for that upper body to go underneath. Great, guys. Last breath. And then slowly, depending on where you are, wiggling yourself out. Take the vinyasa so you can move around. Cross your ankles. Push the floor away. Hop or step it back. Lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling, downward dog. And then coming through to a seated position. Taking lotus or cross legs. Holding that lotus nice and tight in towards your body. Getting ready to roll around the mat in Garbha Pindasana. So you're either holding on to your lotus or cross legs. See this as massaging out your spine after staying in that position. So we're going to try and do 9, making a circle. Maybe you go down one side of your spine and up the other. Here we go. As you breathe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then coming back towards the top. And as you arrive, lift. Press your hands in, lifting up so that you lift up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great, guys. Releasing. Cross your shins, plant your palms, hop or step it back, moving it back into a vinyasa, keeping your core engaged. Lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling, downward dog. Looking forwards, coming through to Buddha Konasana. Coming through to a seated position, soles of your feet together. Going for the straight back one to start with. Lengthen through your spine. As you breathe out, heart floats forwards. Heart coming forwards. But seeing if you can keep your back nice and straight. 2. Great, lovely, guys. So maybe keeping that lift of your chest, so you're looking up with the first one. Okay, so your head's up, so you can maybe feel the difference in your groin area when you're moving forwards like this. Nice, awesome, guys, lovely. And then coming up, breathing in. The next one's rounding, so you're rounding, feeling everything rounding your body. Head down towards your feet. 1. Feeling that different sensation in your hip. Nice, guys, lovely. Awesome, Sai, awesome, David. Just trying to relax and round into it. Last breath. Inhale, lift your heart, looking up. Exhaling, release. Cross your shins, plant your palms, hop or step it back, keeping your core engaged. Lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling, downward dog. Coming through to a seated position of Vishtha Konasana. Wide legs, folded forwards, taking your legs out wide. Peace fingers, reaching for your big toes. Breathe in and exhale, fold forwards. So if today feels like a bent knee day, that is cool. Without any judgment, just bend your knees a little bit. So those peace fingers are on your big toes, or maybe you feel comfortable enough to take your hands to the outer edges of your feet. Activate your legs. So if you're super comfy here, get your legs nice and active, and maybe roll out your feet a little bit so they're active, and aim your heart down. That's it, Madeline, great. 2, super, guys. 4, lovely. Get a little bit more length in your spine. And then as you breathe in, just slowly coming up. And then inviting your legs up. Pointing your toes. Lifting through your heart. Looking up. 2, 3. And this is the spot that you're going to land in. So trying to commit that to memory. And it's cool if your knees are a little bit bent. Great. Yeah, lovely, guys. Awesome, crisp. And then release, cross your shins, plant your palms, hop or step it back, keeping your core engaged. Lower down. Inhaling, lift your heart, looking up. Exhaling, downward dog. Looking forwards, come through to a seated position, straight onto your back, so legs coming over, as if you're moving into Halasana, plow pose, and then as you come over, take your feet apart, so 5, 4, stay in here, getting ready, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly rolling your way up to balance. Find your balance point, have a breath in, lift your heart. Then as you breathe out, your choice to lower. You can lower with straight legs or you can release and cross your shins. And then lifting through your heart, cross your shins, plant your palms, hop or step it back, lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling, downward dog. Looking forwards, coming through to a seated position and come onto your back for hand to big toe pose, laying down Samasthiti. Right leg, extending your right leg up. Peace fingers for that right big toe, or maybe you've got a strap or you're holding lower down. If anything doesn't feel good today, you can always bend that left knee as well. Okay, having a breath here. Breathing out, head to shin, chin to shin. 1, 2, so using this almost like you're doing a crunch. So as you breathe out, you're hollowing out your belly. 4, last breath. Great, guys. Maybe extending through that right leg a little bit more if you can straighten it a little bit more. Inhaling, head down, shoulders down. Exhaling, guide that leg out to the right. Turn your gaze, look left. Left hand is holding on to your left hip bone to stop it moving. Oh, lovely, guys. Noticing where your sacrum is. So you're trying to keep that lower back onto the floor. If you were holding a bent knee in the standing pose of this, you can always bend your knee here if that feels better. Great, guys. As you breathe in, guide that leg back up. Exhaling, chin to shin. Inhaling, release it and laying down Samasthiti. Exhaling, left leg up, peace fingers or wherever you wanted to hold on to, same as the other side. And on your next breath out, chin to shin. Run your right hand down your right leg towards your right kneecap, aiming your chin up towards your shin, looking for your toes with your gaze. 3, nice, guys, lovely, Lauren, just extending through that leg a little bit more, so extending through your left leg as much as you can. Maybe coming up a little bit higher. Great, Trace. And then inhale, relax your head and shoulders down. Exhaling, guide the left leg out, turn your gaze, looking to the right, inviting your hips to open. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling, guiding it back. Exhaling, chin to shin. Inhaling, releasing. Laying down Samasthiti. You always have the option to stay here if you want to. Otherwise, taking a vinyasa. Cross your shins, rock up to sit. Plant your palms, take it back, lower down. Inhaling, lift your heart, looking up. Exhaling, downward dog. Looking forwards, come through to sit. Lay down, preparing for Ubaya Padangusthasana. Straight legs over your head, as if you're in plow pose. Peace fingers reaching for your big toes. Having a moment to prepare. As you breathe out, rock up to balance. Landing on your sit bones with straight legs. Arms are reaching out, so they're nice and straight. Heart lifts up, toes pointed, looking towards the ceiling. Gorgeous, guys. Nice, Tracy. Great, Madeline. Super. Awesome, Louise. 4, so your arms are straight for this one. The second one is going to be with elbows bent. Lovely, Chris, gorgeous. Finding that balance on your sit bones. And then you can stay here if you want to, or release. Cross your shins, plant your palms. Hop or step it back. Core engaged, lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, look up. Exhaling, downward dog. Looking forwards, coming through to a seated position. Lay down, legs over your head. Urdhva Mukha Paschimottanasana. So either holding the outer edges of your feet or peace fingers on your big toes, rock up to balance. And then bend your elbows. So this is an upward facing forward bend. Bend your elbows. Try and imagine I'm stood behind you and I've got hold of your feet and I'm drawing your torso in towards your legs. So as if you're doing Paschimottanasana. Suck everything in towards the middle. Awesome. Nice, Louise. Last breath. And release it. Cross your shins, plant your palms. Hop or step it back. Core engage, lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling, downward dog. Looking forwards, coming through to a seated position. Laying down, coming onto your back. So if you practice the version of bridge which is coming onto your head with your Charlie Chaplin feet, and we've done it together and you feel happy and safe to do it, totally cool for you to go for that. If you wanted to do a variation, you can come into Buddha Konasana feet or have a Charlie Chaplin position with the outside edges of your feet, and then lifting your hips up. If you're going into the full version, coming onto the top of your head. If you're going into a variation, you can rest your hands onto your shoulders and just keeping that balance on your shoulders, or taking your arms out to the side. 4. Nice, guys, lovely. Hips staying up. Last breath, and then slowly coming down, taking your time coming down. Great, releasing your hands, adjusting your feet so your feet are now flat, feeling that you're on train tracks, so feet in line with your hips. Choosing either that regular bridge position or coming into Urdhva Dhanurasana. So maybe if you're practicing Urdhva Dhanurasana, do the arms only, and the lower body in bridge, unless you're going into the full version. Inhaling, coming up, pushing up, lifting through your heart. Maybe you go crown of your head and then all the way up. Great, guys. If you're all the way up or wherever you are, imagine that I've got my fingers in between your shoulder blades, right in the middle, and giving you a little lift, so you're feeling your heart go forwards towards the short edge of your mat. 2. Last breath. Stay here, guys, stay here. You can do it. You're either gently coming down to kiss the floor with the top of your head and pushing back up, or if you need to, come all the way down and then lifting back up. 5. Coming up in whichever bridge you've just decided to go for, either full version or coming into bridge. 3. 2. Maybe lift up onto your toes. 1 more breath. And then slowly coming down. Again, you can kiss the floor with the top of your head and push back up, or you can bring yourself all the way down and take a pause. And then finding your last one. Okay, inhaling, bringing yourself back up. If you feel that you want to play with getting a bit more height in your hips today, play with that position coming onto your tiptoes so you feel your hips lift. Even if you're in bridge, you can do the same thing. 2. Nice, guys, just 1 more breath. If you are on your tiptoes, drop down to your heels first and then slowly coming down. Taking your time. Resist the urge to hug your knees and instead just windscreen wiper your knees from side to side. Awesome, guys. Just having 2 more to each side. And then we're skipping that Paschimottanasana. So we'll take a vinyasa and bring ourselves back to this same position. So if today you wanted to skip the vinyasa and stay there, that's okay. Otherwise, rock up to sit, plant your palms, hop or step it back, core stays engaged, lower down. Inhaling, lifting your heart, looking up. Exhaling, downward dog. Looking forwards, coming through to a seated position. Coming on to your back. And preparing for Salamba Savangasana, so supported shoulder stand, extending your legs up, bending your elbows, so you're making this nice support for your back, so elbows are close in as if they're in line with your shoulders. Lovely, guys, awesome sight. Brilliant, David. just bringing yourself up. So inviting yourself right up onto your shoulders. Okay, feeling that lift. Imagine that I've got hold of your ankles and I'm lifting you up a little bit. So you're feeling weightless and your legs are lifting up. Okay, 3 more breaths. Press your legs together for me today, guys. Press your legs, actively press them and feel a lift up. 1 more breath. As you breathe out, move it into Halasana. So maybe that's straight legs. Maybe for you it's a bent knee day. That's cool if it's bent knees. Otherwise, straight legs over. If your feet touch the floor behind you, release your hands, interlock your fingers behind your back. Drawing your shoulder blades in. If you've got your fingers interlocked, use this as a way to make space underneath your neck. Great, guys. Check out your legs. Are your legs still nice and active? Maybe point your toes. See how it feels to point your toes and keep your legs active. Lovely, Chris. Keeping your hips lifted. Last breath here. Moving into Kanapindasana, ear pressure pose. So as you relax and bend your knees, imagine that you can invite each knee to the temples of your head. And if you can, surrender here and let go. So there's no effort or fight in this pose. You're just chilling out and allowing it to unfold and be what it is without judgment. 3, 2. Last breath here. And then moving into Urdhva Padmasana, upward facing lotus. So maybe you take your hands onto your back to support you. Maybe for you it's a time when you go back into shoulder stand in order to prepare to come down. You can go cross legs if lotus isn't in your practice at the moment. Oh, lovely, guys. And just finding that balance. So maybe you do one hand onto one knee. That's it, Louise Horn, that's it. Just play with straightening out those arms. So you're pushing your knees, that's it, that's it, that's it. Keeping your core engaged. Staying with it, guys, staying with it. You've totally got this, great. As you breathe out, drop your cross legs in towards your chest, but keep the position. So we're staying here, give them a little hug. So you're creating this little sort of embryo pose, Pindasana. And then just making this promise to yourself that we're going to try and keep these legs either crossed or in lotus. Release your hands down onto the floor and slowly unfold as if you're opening out flower petals. Just gently relax your back down, trying to keep your core engaged. Allow your cross legs or lotus legs to unfold and drop down. If you're in the full lotus, your hands reach for your feet, elbows dig in to lift your heart so you come into Matsyasana, fish pose. Crown of your head is on the floor. If you're cross legs, you can just reach for your thighs. So both hands reach your inner thighs and you can use your inner thighs to pull on so that it gives your heart more lift. That's it, Lauren. Grab your inner thighs, lift your heart up, and the top of your head, the crown of your head is on the floor. So you're feeling that arch in your back. Okay, you can choose to stay here. You don't have to go any further. If your body feels comfortably in this nice arch of your spine, and you know that you feel comfortable with the top of your head rested on the floor, you can then extend your legs into Uddiyana Pudasana. So it looks like you've got boat pose legs, straight arms, and fingertips are pointing towards your toes. Your spine is still arched, so press your palms together. So bring your hands together, Louise, that's it. Point your hands at your toes, so your arms are straight. Nice. Last breath. And gently release your arms down. Release your legs down. Take a moment, lift your head off the floor. Exhaling, hug your knees, drawing them in towards your chest. You can skip the vinyasa if you want to. Otherwise, rock up to sit, plant your palms, hop or step it back. Lower down. Inhaling, lift your heart, looking up. Exhaling, downward dog. Pausing here in downward dog. If you chose to skip the vinyasa, just choosing your setup for either coming into headstand, or if headstand's not for you, you wanted to use the wall or anything, that's totally okay. if you are one of those people that's practicing a handstand and things like that, if you want to use this moment to do that, that's also an option. Okay, otherwise, if we're working on the headstand, checking the distance, making your nice little A-frame with your elbows, bringing your head down so it's connecting into the backs of your hands, and then just walking your feet in. So maybe your legs don't come up today. It's cool if they don't. Maybe you're just lining up and allowing your feet to float up a little bit. Be really patient with yourself, having this intention of no judgment today wherever you are. Once you get into that place, lovely Tracey. So Tracey Murray, you could just experiment with one leg. Oh, nice, nice, awesome, great. Looking good. Sarah Beaumont, I can't 100% see, but I feel that your hands might be a little bit far out to the side, and you might have your head and your hands in one line, more than a triangular sort of line. So that may be sending you off balance a little bit. Okay guys, if you feel that you've nailed that headstand, we're going to bring it into piking and counterbalance with your bum and lower your legs so they're just coming halfway down. That's it, Chris, that's it, hold it there, hold it there. Ooh. Nice job, Chris. If you want to, I'd go again and try and find that balance where you can hold it. Great guys, holding steady, you can do it, you can do it. Awesome Georgie, awesome Madeline, keep going. Nice Louise. And then slowly bringing yourself back up to headstand. You can do it, you can do it. And with control, nice and easy, come down into child's pose. Take your time. Taking one hand behind the back of your neck and give your neck a squeeze. Just giving yourself a nice little neck rub and a squeeze. Breathing gently. And then choosing, I would take the vinyasa if I was you, but if you don't want to, it's totally cool. Plant your palms, step it back to plank, core staying engaged, lower down, inhaling, heart lifting, exhaling, downward dog. And looking forwards, coming through to a seated position. And preparing to come into that lotus, preparing to come into Baddha Padmasana. So you're either taking lotus or normal cross legs, reaching your hands around behind your back. So maybe your hands are reaching those feet. Okay, before you go in, taking a moment to focus on those bandhas. So allowing a little draw up on Mula Bandha, finding your Ujjayi breath, keeping that fire going in the middle, and drawing your chin in and coming forwards. So everything is locked in. So you're locking this amazing energy into the middle of your belly, and you're feeling that Agni fire, stoking the fire with your Ujjayi breath, and it's burning away anything that you don't need, any negative energies, any diseases that are flowing around at the moment. You're using that breath to just purify everything out of that middle body. So it's like this last moment of detoxification, getting towards the end of this practice, getting as much heat as you can through that breath. Last breath. Inhaling, coming all the way back up. Great guys. And releasing. So if you want to, you can go, if you're half lotus at the moment, you can go 5 breaths one side, and then we'll swap over at 10 and go 5 breaths the other side. So bringing the backs of your hands to connect to your knees. First finger and thumb together as if you're holding a flower petal. Long spine, chin in, drawing up on that perineum, pelvic floor, and feeling this lovely invisible connection of all those energy lines. So you can fully connect to the earth, fully connect to the earth through that pelvic floor perineum, feeling things draw up, feeling your belly button, just try and sneak its way backwards a little bit and maybe up and underneath your ribs. Feeling your chin just gently tucked in so you get a nice length in the back of your neck. If you're a half lotus person and you want to swap over to the other side, swapping over. Feeling these last moments, that last sound of your ujjayi breath. Last breath in this pose. And then releasing, coming into Uputahi. So you may be swapping over your half lotus or maybe keeping it that side for the next 5. So you have that option to either lift your lotus position, you've got that half lotus lift, or you've got your cross leg lift. So whichever one you're going into. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower down, swapping over. Okay, when you lift, keep your ujjayi breath going. Okay, here we go, lifting. 1, 2, bring your bum higher. 3, 4, higher with your bum. And lower down. Yes, nice guys. Release, cross your shins, plant your palms, hop or step it back, keeping your core engaged. Lower down. Inhaling, heart lifting, looking up. Exhaling, downward dog. Super guys, looking forwards, coming through to a seated position. Lay down and taking rest, taking your Shavasana. So don't be tempted to skip the Shavasana, even if we just go for a minute. If you do want to have a longer one and take a little bit of time to just chill out here, feel free to turn your screen off or mute me so that you can just stay a little bit longer. Otherwise, allowing your body to get into this process of marinating and feeling all of those juices from your practice. Don't know why I'm using that sort of analogy, but feeling all of those poses you've been doing and that breath work that you've been doing, everything settling into your body in this position of Shavasana and allowing all of those benefits to soak in so that you can carry them with you for the rest of today, the rest of your week. Giving your body a little signal to relax. Having a couple of breaths with a sigh, breathing in through your nose. One more. And just letting go. getting a little bit more in touch with your breath, inviting your breath to come back in with a little bit more intention, knowing that this is your practice in your own home, in your own time. And if today you feel like staying here longer, that is cool. You don't have to move. If you do want to, bring in a little bit of life into your fingers and your toes. Maybe having a little stretch, reaching your arms over your head. And hugging your knees in towards your chest. Maybe having a little rock from side to side. And if you feel ready, rolling to one side, gently pushing up or rocking up to sit. Bringing your palms together. If your eyes have become open, just closing down your eyes. And we're going to finish with 3 Oms, having that sensation of feeling all of that energy that you've created and directing it out to someone that you love with the first one, someone in the world that could do with it with the second one, and the last one to everyone that's been practicing with you this morning. Taking a breath to prepare, breathing in. Noticing how you feel and offering a little bow inwardly to your own inner teacher, your own inner guru. Whenever you feel ready, opening your eyes to offer namaste. Namaste, guys. Everyone did amazingly this morning. Thank you so much for coming. Namaste.
Thank you, Victoria.
You're welcome, Tracy. Well done. Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste. Thanks, Victoria. Have a good day.
Namaste, Louise. Thank you. Thanks, Madeline. Namaste. See you later.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Bye. Thank you.
See you later, Sarah. See you, Hannah.
Bye. Have a good day.
Thank you. And you, Tracy. See you, David.